Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Phone Gaming Connoisseur, and today we're doing episode 11 of this Let's Play of Mortal Online. So as you can see today I'm doing wood cutting, and the reason for that is if you watch my previous episode, episode 10, I was making my way from Meduli to Fabrenham. And on the way, I was, just saying how I was just discussing, what I should do with my remaining primary skill points. And so, I haven't, at that point, I haven't decided what to do. But then it was until, when I reached the end of my journey, when I nearly arrived at Fabrenham. I was on the path, the path in the woods to Fabrenham. Then, this mounted archer, attacked me from behind, shot arrows at me. And so, I was at a, he was using ranged attacks and I was using my sword. So, it's obviously, he has that advantage that I can't reach him and he can, by using his bow and arrow. So, at the end of that video, I had I just thought, hey, that's if I wanted to do something with my remaining primary skill points, why don't I do something that will, enable me to, in a way counter that sort of, future attacks, by mounted archers. So I thought, I will do, I'll take up shield crafting. That way I can make my own shields, and, so that in future, if I ever run into a situation where there are mounted archers trying to kill me, then at least, I can block their arrows with a shield. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting wood right now, so that I can use those as crafting materials for my shields. Now, to do wood cutting or mining, both of which come under the parent skill, which is gathering, you will have to go to a specific NPC in the Tindrum City Square. So in a moment, once I've finished wood cutting this tree, I will show you which NPC you need to go to. And if you want to do shield crafting, armor crafting, or weapon crafting, there is also a separate NPC that you will need to go to. So I will show you that as well. So, I've been cutting wood for a while now, and it is a bit of a time-consuming process, I find. And also one thing I will note is that wood cutting and mining both require a different type of instrument. So for wood cutting, you will need as you can see, I'm using an axe. So you need a basic axe, which you can get from the utility vendor. And if you're going to do mining, then you will need a pickaxe. You can get that from the utility vendor as well. So just be aware of that, because I think a few years ago there was, this game just had one instrument for both wood cutting and mining, and that was the pickaxe. So with a pickaxe back then, you could do mining and wood cutting, but I think, I just discovered, just earlier on, that I couldn't use a pickaxe to do wood cutting. Actually, I'm not sure, because I actually didn't learn the wood cutting skill before I used the pickaxe. So it's possible that you could use a pickaxe still, but I'm not too sure on that, because I didn't I didn't try wood cutting with a pickaxe. But you could try wood cutting with a pickaxe. It might still work, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of wood now. That's pretty crazy, you know, the material law skill. I learned it like just a few minutes ago, and it's already 56. So that's kind of surprising. You know, in this game, it takes relatively less time to skill up. You know, to increase your skills compared to some other games. But for some skills, it does take a bit more time. But for others, it seems to just go up in a matter of minutes. So I don't know whether that's due to bugs or that's just how it was intended by the developers. And there are different trees as well. So the tree that I'm cutting right now is the whitewood. And you know, in this game, different materials produce different. You know, if you craft with different materials, you'll get different results. So you know, I'm still new to crafting, so I just thought, you know, I'll start with the whitewood and see how they how this material does in my shields. You know, whether the material is good or not, and you know, if it's not good, then you know, I'll move on to a different type of wood. But yeah, I think I'll just stop here because you know, I think it's going to take a long time. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys where you can get the skills and the equipment necessary if you're going to do gathering type skills like mining and wood cutting. And yeah, this area, you know, there's a lot of new players. You know, every time I go past this area, I always see, you know, sort of new players with the yellow flag on their name. And yellow flag obviously means that you're a new player, and you cannot be harmed or stolen from. Okay, so I'll show you where so here's the utility vendor. So you can get the pickaxe and the basic axe from here. Now I know that it should be a an axe icon, but you know, for some reason it's a question mark. And that's another thing that I find in some of my armor as well. You know, these obviously that's not the right icon, and and obviously with the Tyndremic scale armor, you know, I don't think that's the right icon as well, because when I buy it from the vendor, it's another icon. So I might show you that as well, just to show you what I mean. Okay, so if you want to learn how to do wood cutting and mining, then you go to the gathering shooter right here. He's dressed in green. So if you want to do mining, then you click how do I mine rocks, and if you want to do wood cutting, then you click on how do I chop wood. And if you want to do armor crafting, shield crafting, or weapon crafting, and you make your way through this place here. This is like the crafting area for players, and so crafting tutor. So armor crafting, weapon crafting, bow crafting, and shield crafting. So you can choose which ones you want to do. I obviously I chose shield crafting, and surprisingly, I thought it was going to take a lot of primary skill points, but instead the only skill that it took was just I always get, I always feel like checking out, whenever there's a loot bag. So the only skill that takes up primary skill points when you do shield crafting is just this skill here, and round shield is a secondary skill. So when you take up shield crafting, it'll just take up at the most 100 primary skill points, and that's a really good. I think that's good. That Starbolt has made it so that it doesn't take up so many primary skill points just to do shield crafting. And also I will just show you what I was talking about just now. What the funny, that NPC had a funny looking head. I thought it was a bug, but it turns out that the NPC was just looking at the ground. Wrong place. So just to tell you guys what I mean when I say that the Tyndremic scale armor icons appear to be broken. If you go to the Tyndremic armor vendor here, once again you see that the icons are different. Yeah, I think it's a bit broken, I think, because the icons here are different, but then when I put it on, it's different icons again. So yeah, maybe that's something that can be fixed, because even though it's not a big deal, but when I'm wearing my armor, I would like the icons to be the same as these ones, because these are the proper. I feel that these are the proper icons. So because these ones, they look like the heavy robe armor icons. So it doesn't look that good. So yeah, anyway, I'll figure out how to do shield crafting, and the next time, in the next episode, I will show you guys how to do that, because right now I haven't exactly done shield crafting yet. So you use the different benches to craft different things. Okay, so that's the bench that I need to use. Okay, so in the next episode, episode 12, I will, once I figure out how to craft shields, then I'll show you guys how to do that. But yeah, thanks for joining me today on this relatively short episode. So I will hope you guys will join me on the next one. So this is Fun Gaming Connoisseur, and so thanks for watching. Take care.